Hey, New York, if you know me, street trees are one of my things. We need to be planting thousands and thousands of more street trees throughout New York. One of my proudest accomplishments is passing the Urban Forest Master Plan, which requires the city to set a goal of 30% tree canopy coverage across New York City by 2035, across all of New York City. And here in Council District 3, we've planted around 800 new street trees since I took office 3.5 years ago. And I'm down in Hudson Square right now with Samara, Karasyk, the president of the Hudson Square Bit, because the Hudson Square Bit is showing us how it's done with their tree planting. Take a look at these extra large tree beds that are gorgeous, sure. They're beautifying our neighborhoods, yes, but they're also absorbing rainwater runoff and preventing that water from going into our sewage system and going into our waterways. And they're also providing habitat for birds and insects. And they're recycling our air. They're making our air cleaner by absorbing pollutants and producing oxygen for us to breathe. They are just stunning, and this is the kind of thing that we want to replicate all over Council District 3. Samara, thank you so much for your work.
Thank you for all of your support. And behind you can see our Hudson Square standard. These are permeable pavers that have structural soil underneath and absorb water. And these are some of our special, very large planters specifically for Hudson Street that we did with New York City government, EDC, DOT, the Parks Department. And it's a great example when you're working with great elected officials and city agencies in the private sector, what you can do to really make the city more sustainable in a place that we all want to spend time in.
So it's not just the tree beds, it's these pavers in between the tree beds.
That's right. They absorb water as well. So this is like a special example on Hudson Street, but all of our trees that are Hudson Square standard trees do have the permeable paver, and so our tree roots can extend underneath them. They grow on average 12% faster than a New York City street tree because they can communicate underground, and so they're doing more, they're growing faster, they're taking more carbon out of the air, and they make it better for everyone here.
And you're planting not just trees, but I see shrubs, I see flowers. Tell us about your strategy with respect to landscaping.
So we try and do landscaping that's responsive to the season. So if you were here a few months ago, it wouldn't look nearly as beautiful. But it's spring, and we want this to look as green as possible. And you can really see it and feel it when you're walking up and down the street. It feels like a respite from all of the traffic, and we are right by the entrance to the Holland Tunnel. And having these kinds of treatments just makes it feel like it's okay, I can breathe here, I belong here. And that's what we want all over New York City.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here.